biggest sellers, one of the biggest games out there, But I want to say this: Uncharted 2, when it comes to graphics, not just detail, but the fact that you can run this game in 1080p and it looks better than how it looks in 720p, and you see more on screen. So you gotta look at it to tell, but it's noticeable once you give it that extra little glance. It's noticeable, okay? And that's enough for me. That's one, right? Two, like the dynamics of the gameplay in terms of climbing up here, hanging, shooting, falling, picking up this, and then on top of that, the multiplayer is incredible, and you got co-op, you got so many things in that game in terms of content, which makes it amazing, okay? Then on top of that, the cutscenes, everything is real time. Everything is real time. Everything is in the engine. You see what I'm saying? That right there just blows me away, and when there's no crazy loading screens, everything just seamlessly goes, it just keeps going. The whole experience, the camera angles, the way they capture Uncharted 2 is on a level that nobody has ever seen before. Now, the only thing I could really say exclusively, I would have to, mention Gears 2. Gears 2 was a phenomenal game. You know what I'm saying? The story was good. The enemies, chainsaw, everything that they did. The cover system was great. That game was incredible. It was mind blowing. Okay, but let me ask you this. If you look at Gears 2 and you look at Uncharted 2, Uncharted 2 has dark areas, bright areas, colorful, bland at times, this and that. And when I mean bland, I don't mean that as a bad way. I'm talking about certain areas where it's dull because it's raining, and even then it still looks real healthy in terms of colors and strength. And then explosions after explosions, then the big levels, the depth of field, the whole, everything that makes that game, the real time sequences that most games do in CG because they can't do it in real time. You feel me? Things like that. If you got the game and you do a comparison yourself, let me know what you think, because in my opinion, what Evan Wells is saying, I actually believe it is true, because from everything that I've seen on 360 exclusively, although there's been some amazing titles, there's nothing that touches Uncharted 2's quality. I mean, even when you're just regular playing, they talking and communicating with one another. It's just so natural, man. Alright, so I just wanted to put that out there. And the reason why I really want to do it is because a lot of times people say that Sony is just saying that just to say it, But this is one of those games that what they're saying is being proven. And I know Splinter Cell is amazing, but even Splinter Cell, looking at what it is, if you want to do a direct comparison, Splinter Cell is phenomenal. But from what we've seen so far, because the game ain't out yet, Uncharted 2 still holds that title. One of the best games ever made, period. Alright? So I just want to put that out there. The next thing I want to talk about is this. Hideo Kojima! Yo, my man Hideo is crazy. This is very interesting to see happening. Now, he just announced that he do want to make another game after the release of Peace Walker and Metal Gear Rising. So this is interesting, and a lot of people were saying Zone of the Enders, and that's a good possibility. All right, now this right here is pretty interesting because the PS3 may actually receive Hideo Kojima's next game exclusively. Now I'm gonna tell you guys why. I mentioned that Sony, I forgot what company, but Sony has worked with a company to release a 320 gig Blu-ray disc, right? And it's supposed to be used for games, starting, I believe, the middle of next year. It's the option will be available for people. It's still like that. And then we get this announcement of, Kojima next game. And we know how Kojima feels when he's really involved in a project. He don't care about none of that stuff. He wants the best product possible. And Metal Gear Solid 4, for it being on PS3 only, sold well enough to make a return on investment. So that's not even a problem. Now, gotta take you guys back. Now, back at GDC and stuff like that, there was a this was at E3. Sorry, you guys. back at E3, this was real interesting because when they announced Metal Gear Rising and Peace Walk and everything, everybody was talking about it and stuff like that. So we asked a lot of questions and talking to people, and I found something very interesting in from what certain people were saying. Now, on one hand, certain people were saying that Metal Gear Rising may not be as good because Hideo Kojima is not fully involved in it, and I said, yo, you haven't seen the game yet, and writing looks incredible. So to me, it may be even better game. You never know. So that was one side, you know, basically saying that because Hideo Kojima is not fully hands-on the game, you know, it may not be as good. Come to find out, Hideo Kojima do got a little role, like, you know, in Rising. He's not completely out of the loop, but I found out something very interesting from a couple of people associated with Konami, and this right here is crazy, so prepare to be blown away. One of the reasons why I was told that Hideo Kojima isn't going to be fully hands-on on Metal Gear Rising is because of the next game that he's working on, and the next game that he's working on is supposed to be so big and so massive, and it's supposed to be PS3 exclusive, and this came directly from people associated with Konami, but obviously, you know, I can't give out names, so anybody that's hating on saying, if I gave him this, if I gave him that, check my track record, boy, you feel me? Because I've gotten tons of things right, and I don't got nothing to prove to y'all, you know what I'm saying, because I think I've proven enough. So, I just wanted to put that out there. If Kojima announces his brand new game, and it is PS3 exclusive, do you guys think he can top Metal Gear Solid 4 and create a brand new franchise for this generation and beyond? In my opinion, hell yeah, he's one of the sickest, okay, greatest developers out there, you know. And there's one thing I want to leave you with so you can understand this. With Hideo Kojima in his development process, he always looked for new things he can do when it comes to new consoles. And when I mean new things you can do, I don't mean by looking at this and making sure it can be done on both platforms or everything. No, he always looked for the console that can give him everything that he wants. Depending on if he's working on a game, if it's his game like that, he looks for the console that can give him what he wants, and the PS3 is that console. And his next game, according to some reputable sources, it will be PS3 exclusive. So stay tuned to that, because that right there may be another death blow to the Sony roster against the competition. So other than that, we about to get into the game. Gamers in the Street. Now, Gamers in the Street, I want to give a big shout out to Kotaku.com. My man Steven Totilo. That's my dog. Hopefully I said it right. But that's my dog right there. He's on the show today. So I'm telling you, man, you gotta stay tuned. The interview was crazy, alright? And don't worry, I got tons more stuff. So throughout the week and other hip hop gaming shows, week after week, you're gonna go nuts, man. I got it all on lock. So stay tuned. And the game reviewer today, I know you've seen Uncharted 2 everywhere, so you already know that they're getting 9s and 10s and everything, right? But this review is different. Wanna know why? Because I give Uncharted 2 a 100 out of 10. 100 out of 10. You know what that means? That means this game is off the scale, kid. It's off the meter, off the chain, off the everything, baby. So make sure you check out the game review. I'm gonna break it down, do a little differently, so you guys could really, you know, enjoy the game reviews even better than before. So we're gonna go into the gameplay, you know, graphics, everything it has to offer. Follow me, baby. HipHopGamerShow.com. Be right back with the Hip Hop RSS, and we closing it out. Peace. Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Hip Hop Gamer. I got my man Steve Totilo, son. Killing it right now. Kotaku in the house, spinning the belt, son. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, yo, I can't even tell you what the most impressive thing today here at this event is, because it's a lot of great shit. But in your opinion, like, do you have a favorite right now from what you've seen so far?
Well, I kind of just got here, so I do need to rely on your expertise, but I saw some Mass Effect 2.
Incredible.
We can't talk about it till like November or something like that, right? But I think we can probably say it's looking good. We can say that much. But yeah, that's impressive. I mean, for the games coming out this year, I don't know. Actually, they got a lot of stuff that's coming out next year, but Left 4 Dead 2. Yeah, Left 4 Dead 2 plays real nice.
You will be blown away by that, I'm telling you, but I'm going to give you some advice. Make sure you play Bad Company 2.
Do not leave here without playing that, because if you're a fan of Call of Duty, this is fierce competition, possibly better. I'm not even lying to you.
You're suggesting that Bad Company 2 might be better than Modern Warfare 2?
Exactly. You need to sit down and play that. And I'm not saying that because I'm here at EA. You know how I get down. I keep it real.
I see EA's free food right over there.
Oh yeah.
Some of that.
Yeah, I did.
They probably influenced you a little bit. It made you say things that you wouldn't otherwise say.